Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Bihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
Hare Krishna. A very warm welcome to all of you for today's session on the Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll start our session with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Kuchayamudirayeet Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So, in this chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, we have been discussing about how Bhagwan Kapil is describing the characteristics of advanced and exalted and pure devotees. And we discussed some very important qualities which a devotee must possess. And we also discussed that these qualities are automatically manifest in the personality of a great devotee. Just if a devotee engages in devotional service to Krishna, all good qualities automatically manifest in him. So a devotee does not have to extraneously endeavor to acquire these qualities. Just by him or her engaging in devotional service to Krishna, all these qualities automatically manifest. Now today we'll begin our discussion with text 9, Shloka number 9 of the 27th chapter of the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sanubandhe cha dehesmin अकुर्वन्न सदाग्रहम् ज्ञानेन दृष्टतत्त्वेन प्रकृतिः पुरुषस्य च सानुबन्धे च देहेऽस्मिन् अकुर्वन्न सदाग्रहम् ज्ञानेन दृष्टतत्त्वेन prakrite purushasya cha. Translation. One's seeing power should be increased through knowledge of spirit and matter, and one should not unnecessarily identify himself with the body and thus become attracted by bodily relationships. Very important shloka. So, till the previous shloka, we discussed some very important qualities which devotees possess and which devotees automatically develop these qualities. But also, there is divine knowledge which is manifest in the heart of a devotee. And how this divine knowledge gets manifest in the heart of a devotee? Because Krishna is present within our heart as Paramatma, as Super Soul, within the heart of every living entity. And that is why if a devotee is engaged in loving devotional service to Krishna, then Krishna present within the heart. Because by engaging in loving devotional service to Krishna, a devotee becomes gradually purified. So this is how, when a devotee becomes purified, within the heart, then the Lord as Paramatma, the Lord as Super Soul within the heart, he starts to instruct the devotee and he brings the devotee in touch with the spiritual master. And as soon as a devotee starts to hear from Guru, hearing from the spiritual master, the transmission of divine knowledge starts. Even if a devotee has little Shraddha, little faith in Krishna, and if a devotee shows some inclination for loving devotional service, Krishna immediately brings that devotee in touch with the spiritual master, and that's when the journey for the ultimate perfection of bhakti starts. And then what happens after being engaged in loving devotional service to Krishna, hearing from spiritual master for a long time, devotee becomes even more purified. And a time comes when a devotee is able to relish the transcendental exchanges and mellows with Krishna. That is the ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge. That is the ripened fruit of bhakti. So gradually, a devotee, he develops, all the impurities from within the heart, they get destroyed by constantly engaged in loving devotional service to Krishna and by hearing from the spiritual master. All the impurities from within the heart get destroyed. And then a devotee, he is able to, you see here it is mentioned, sa anubandhe cha dehesmin. Sa anubandhe, bandhe means bandhan, or our connection with family or our connection with society, country, material relationships basically. They are called anubandhe or bandhe, bandhan. So bandhan is basically material relationships. So sanubandhe cha dehesmin. So this deha, this material body, akurvan asadagraha. Akurvan asad agraham. So here it is told in a negative sense that a person should not get attached to Dehes mean these bodily relationships which are asadagraham, which are temporary in nature. Asad means temporary or matter or material. So asadagraham means they are temporary in nature. All these material relationships. And a devotee should not fall into this trap of material relationships or bodily relationships. Why? Because asad agraham, they are as good as they are basically temporary in nature. They are not eternal relationships. Jnanena drishta tatvena. And in this way, by the power of divine, jnanena means divine knowledge or pure knowledge, drishta tatvena. And in this way, a person should develop drishta tatvena. He should develop the capacity to drishta tatvena, to always see the truth. Prakrite purushasya cha. About Prakriti and Purusha. You see? So what is Lord Krishna, what is Bhagavan Kapil trying to say here? What is his, what does a devotee need to, what qualities a devotee needs to develop? So Bhagavan Kapil is saying that a devotee has to rise above bodily concept of life. What is bodily concept of life? Because there are two conceptions which a human being can have. Animals can have only one conception. What is that? Bodily concept of life. But as human beings, we can always have two conceptions about life. One is called bodily concept and another is called spiritual concept of life. Okay. So bodily concept of life means a person thinks that he is this body and his only goal of life is to please the body and things related to the body, like family, society, country, whatever it is. So they all come under bodily concept of life. And then here Bhagavan Kapil is saying, you see, Jnanena drishta tatvena. So now a human life is meant for God realization. Human life is meant for Krishna realization. So a human being cannot have bodily concept of life. He should not have. Human life is not meant to be lived like cats and dogs. Because these cats and dogs and these animals, they are under bodily concept of life. Bodily concept of life means they cannot think beyond the body. But human life is meant to think beyond the body. And only then we can have a spiritual concept of life. So what is spiritual concept of life? Bodily concept of life just now we discussed. When a person is only thinking about the body and the pleasure of the body and things related to the body. That is bodily concept of life. Now, what is spiritual concept of life? So, spiritual concept of life means when a person knows that he is not the body, he is a spirit soul and he is a part and parcel of Krishna, and he works only on that platform of knowledge. So, that is why it is said, Asato ma satgamaha, tamaso ma jyotirgamaha, mrityor ma amritam gamaha. Vedic aphorism says that in human life, we should move from asat to sat. You see, the word asat comes in this shloka also. Akurvan asad agraham. Akurvan means we should not fall in this trap of asat. Asat means temporary, matter. So we should rise above matter and material relationships. That is the meaning of this first part of this shloka. And then once we rise above this asat, once we rise above this bodily platform, then jnanena drishta tatvena, then we should develop the eyes of knowledge. We should see truth. We should see the truth in everything. Drishta tatvena, tattva means the truth. So everywhere we should see truth in everything. And in this way, we should develop concept of Prakriti and Purusha. Okay. So a human being has to rise above bodily concept of life and he has to move to spiritual concept of life. A human being has to raise himself from animalistic platform to spiritual platform. Bodily concept of life means animalistic concept of life. So once we move to spiritual concept of life, there is a very important term which is used here. You can see on the screen. Jnanena drisht. Drisht. Drisht means drishti or vision. Drisht means drishti or vision. For example, if you wear green colored glass or if you wear spectacles which have green colored glass, what will happen? You will see the whole world as green, isn't it? If you wear spectacles which are red in color, the glass is red in color, then you will see the whole world as red. So here in this shloka it is mentioned drishta tatvena. We have to change our vision to drishta tatvena. Tatvena means truth. There should be no coloring. It should be transparent vision. As it is. We should see the world as it is without any interpretation, without any impurity. So what does it mean? That our spectacle should be crystal clear, our consciousness should be crystal clear, and we should be able to see the world as it is without any change, without any unnecessary interpretation. No, we should be able to see the world as it is. So how will we see the world as it is? If we are in bodily concept of life, will we be able to see the world as it is? No. This was the problem of Arjun, isn't it? In the Bhagavad Gita, in the first chapter. Arjun was in bodily concept of life. So he was not able to see everything as it is. And that's why he was not able to execute his duty as a Kshatriya. So then Krishna gave him the knowledge because of which he was able to see the world as it is. As it is means every living entity is a spirit soul and part and parcel of Krishna. Each and every living entity. They are all part and parcel of Krishna. Okay. So once we start to see everyone as part and parcel of Krishna, once we are able to change our vision, change our drishti, change our spectacles from green color to transparent, from red color to transparent. Transparent means you will be able to see everything as it is. No coloring, no color coating. Bodily concept of life means color coating. We are not seeing the world as it is. Spiritual concept of life means we see the world as it is, without any interpretation, without any change. And according to our great acharyas, this Jnanena Drishta Tattvena is also called Shastra Chakshusha. Shastra Chakshusha. Shastra Chakshusha means a person has developed the eyes of knowledge. He is able to see everything with the eyes of knowledge. If we don't see everything with the eyes of knowledge, then what will happen? We'll start thinking that everything belongs to me. Although nothing belongs to us. And in philosophy, on a temporary or a very superficial platform, a person may say also that no, everything belongs to Krishna. But that realization will not be there, that everything belongs to Krishna. You see, to develop spiritual concept of life, it's very important to develop detachment. Okay. And one of the most important principle of detachment is dan or charity. Most important principle. For a householder, for a grihastha, what is the highest principle of detachment? Dan, charity. Because a grihastha or a householder has to run his livelihood. And to run his livelihood, he has to work hard to earn money, to earn wealth. But where from that wealth is coming? Who is giving that wealth to the householder? Krishna. Isn't it? I'll tell you a real story. So it so happened once that there was a big businessman and he went to Jaipur to set up his factory. From Mumbai, he went to Jaipur. He had to set up some factory for his business in Jaipur. So for that he had to go to search for a land in Jaipur, and then he had to negotiate with the owners of the land, and then his construction of the factory would start. So first time he went alone to see the city of Jaipur and also to see the tract of land which he was to purchase. So he landed at the airport, and from airport he booked a taxi or he booked a cab which would ply him in the whole city, and he would see the whole city, and then he'll visit the land also which he had to purchase. So that driver was to stay with him for 2 days, 2 or 3 days continuously. So he had booked the cab for 3 days, 3 days and 3 nights. And then the cab would drop him back to the airport and he will come back to Mumbai. That was his plan. So when he landed at the airport, the cab driver, he came to pick him up and he sat in the cab, in the car. Now the driver was a very well behaved person, very nice person. And while talking to the driver, he came to know that this driver is a very, very honest person, very well behaved person, and a very educated person. He's an engineer by profession, but because he could not secure any job as an engineer, so temporarily he was driving the cab. So he was amazed that he's such a talented person, but he's driving a car, driving a taxi. So in 2 days' time, he saw the land where he had to set up the factory, and then he left for Mumbai. After 1 month, he again came back to Jaipur, this time to set up the factory because that land was purchased by him. And he called the same driver to pick him up and to drop him back to the airport. So driver was with him for the whole day. And he was very, very impressed with the driver. So this person told the driver that, well, I'm very impressed with your honesty, with your loyalty, with the way you speak. And I also, to run my factory here, need a very responsible person, an honest person. So he said that I want to make you my business partner for Jaipur factory. And this driver, he was completely bewildered when he heard this. He started crying. He started to, tears were in his eyes, tears of happiness. He fell down at the feet of uh, the person, and he said, "Oh my God, I never could imagine that someone could help me like this. I was actually in great financial difficulty. But now that you have offered me this position, I'll do whatever possible to maintain the decorum of this position, what you are giving me. And I'll work hard day and night to increase your business. Your business." Remember this word. What did the driver say? That I'll work hard day and night to increase your business. Okay. So all the formalities were done, and this driver was made a partner of this businessman for Jaipur factory. So every week that person would come from Mumbai, and every week he would see the working of the factory and everything. And this person, this driver, was running the factory very nicely. In 1 year time, this factory, the profit which was coming from this factory got multiplied many, many times. And this person, this driver also, because there's something very special which he got, he was working hard day and night. And the factory, the profit of the factory was increasing, it was multiplying every month. So the owner of the factory, he would come every week He would see the whole functioning of the factory, and he would take the funds and he would go. And everyone was distributed salary along with the driver also. So first month the person came, and this driver also was very happy to see him, and he took all the funds and he went back to Mumbai. Again the second month, now this time the profit had multiplied 3 times. In the first month, the factory secured a profit of 1 crore rupees. In the second month, the factory had secured a profit of 3 crore rupees. That means $30 million or 30 million rupees. So again, he took the funds and went back to Mumbai. In the third month, the profit multiplied even more. From 30 million rupees, it went up to 50 million rupees, 5 crores. And this profit kept increasing every month. So first month the owner came, he took the funds and went back to Mumbai. Second month the owner came, again he took all the funds and went back to Mumbai. Third month when the owner came, this driver, he started to feel little bad. But still he knew that this factory ultimately belongs to the owner. So he would declare all the funds and would give it to him. Fifth month when the owner came, the driver started to feel very, very bad. That all the hard work I am doing, I am working hard day and night. This factory is maintained by me. And this person comes every month, he takes all the funds and goes away. So the sixth month when the owner came, this driver, he told the owner that I am working hard, I am doing everything. What have you done for this factory? You just gave the initial money, that's all. I am doing everything. All this money belongs to me. Nothing belongs to you. You see? So this is what happens when we are in bodily concept of life. Everything is given by Krishna. You see the word which is used here in this shloka. Jnanena drishta tattvena, drishti. Our vision changes. You see this driver. What was his position? He is a driver and he was made a partner. That position was given to the driver. And that's how he was able to generate money for the company. But as soon as money started getting generated, he started to think that this money belongs to me. Why? Because of bodily concept of life. Isn't it? Same thing happens with people who are worldly in nature. As householders, a person has to run his family, he has to do some material work to earn some money. That's okay. But Lakshmi belongs to Narayan. Some part of that Lakshmi we use for our sense gratification, of our sense gratification and family sense gratification. But rest of it should go to what? Go to Krishna. For a householder, for a grihastha, the highest principle is what? Dan, charity. Why? Because money is sweeter than honey. Nowadays in Kali Yuga, Money has become more sweeter than honey. That means the biggest attachment which people have is with money. And money belongs to whom? Krishna, Narayan. Lakshmi belongs to whom? Narayan. People think that I will keep money with me whole life. No, you can't. Time will come and you'll be kicked out of your body. All the money which you have accumulated will be here on earth. Nothing is going to go with us. Right? That is why a person who is in bodily concept of life, when he does charity, when he gives money to Krishna, charity means to give to Krishna. Because Lakshmi means Lakshmi belongs to Narayan. So when a person in bodily concept of life, when he gives money to Narayan, what we all think? Oh my God, it's my money. I am giving to Krishna. No, that is the wrong attitude. Whereas what a devotee thinks, what is the attitude of a devotee when he gives money to Krishna, to Guru? What does he think? He thinks, no, nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Krishna. My whole body, my whole existence belongs to Krishna. And whatever Lakshmi I am getting, it is all Krishna's mercy. And that is why everything should be given back to Krishna. I should keep bare minimum for myself and rest everything I should give back to Krishna. That should be the attitude of a householder. For a householder to practice detachment is the most important principle, and the most important method of practicing detachment is to give the fruits of labor, to give the fruits of hard work. And what is that fruit? Wealth, money. So that is why charity is not an optional thing. It's a must for every householder. They must give money to Krishna. Giving money to Krishna means giving money to Guru, because Guru will use it for Krishna. Right? So it's a must. All of you must give money to your spiritual master to serve Krishna. Because Lakshmi belongs to Narayan. It may be painful in the beginning, but that is what spiritual life is. It is painful in the beginning, but nectar in the end. Material life is like nectar in the beginning, but poison in the end. Spiritual life is like poison in the beginning, but nectar in the end. It may be painful because it's hard-earned money. If we want to give it to Krishna, it may be painful, but we have to take that pain. That is called tapasya. That pain we have to take for Guru and Krishna. So I am seeing that many of you contribute regularly, monthly, and I am very thankful because you are helping me in fulfilling the desire of my Guru Maharaj. Now we have this temple also. So, of course, expenses will increase every day, isn't it? Because as we know, the government keeps increasing inflation, everything. So you should all try to contribute as much as possible for the mission of your Guru. It is very important. All of you are householders, so all of you must give your hard-earned wealth for the service of Guru and Krishna. So I am seeing since last few months, many of you who were contributing early, maybe some of you have forgotten, but it should not happen. Every month, we must, whatever we earn, a part of it should go to Krishna. It may be painful, but the pain that we take for Krishna will give pleasure in the ultimate, purpose of our life. And for a householder, that is the highest principle, dan. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that yajna dana tapah karma pavanani manishinam. Even purified people get purified by doing charity. Even pure devotees, they do charity. They do charity of knowledge, isn't it? A person who has wealth of knowledge, he does charity of knowledge. But a person who has taken that knowledge from Guru, what does he do? He does seva of Guru. He contributes for the mission of the spiritual master. So that is how Drishta Tattvena we develop our vision, which is as it is. Ordinary person, when he gives money to Guru and Krishna, who is a materialistic person, what will he think? It is my money and I am giving to Krishna. But what will a devotee think? It is not my money. It is Krishna's money I am giving back to Krishna. I am just keeping little for myself. Rest everything I am giving back to Krishna. That is proper attitude of giving. So, one of our great Acharya, so he had a very rich disciple. And that rich disciple suddenly became rich. Because of course, when we come in touch with our spiritual master, our fortune changes. Spiritual master takes away our karma. So of course, our fortune will change and we'll become rich, right? So that devotee also became very rich when he came in touch with his guru. So of course, as gratitude, every month he would offer some seva to his guru in terms of Lakshmi. So one day he asked, but he was not satisfied. So he asked his guru, that Guru Maharaj, now every month I have started contributing for the mission of my Guru Maharaj, but I have so much of wealth. I don't know how much should I give. So what did the Guru say? He said, you should give it till it hurts you and till it pinches you. Till it starts paining. You should give so much that it should start paining. You should start taking that pain for Krishna. Till that time you should give. That much money you should give. Right? So, of course, it may be not for everyone. Those who are advanced devotees, for them it's not painful, it's pleasure, because that wealth is being used for Krishna. Lakshmi is meant for Narayan. But yes, for those who are not very advanced, they should take pleasure in this and they should on a regular basis contribute for the mission of Guru and Krishna. So all of you must do that. Those who have forgotten, they should again restart your seva. And all of you must, with full enthusiasm, give your Lakshmi to Krishna. You should know that it is going to the right place. Right? Your spiritual master is not a worldly man. Right? You are giving to a sannyasi who will use each and every penny for Krishna's service. Either for temple construction or for preaching. These are the two activities which your Guru Maharaj will do. So, for our sake, we don't need anything. But for Krishna, we need money of the whole world. Even that will be less. So much of service we want to do for Krishna. Okay. So you should contribute wholeheartedly. And every month, all of you must contribute so that your Guru Maharaj's mission could go on without any hindrance, without any difficulty. Okay. And that is tapasya. That is austerity for all of us. Little bit of tapasya we take for pleasure of Guru and Krishna. And that's how we develop jnanena drishta tattvena. That is our gyan, that is our knowledge. That Lakshmi belongs to Narayan. That's why I'm giving to Narayan. It's not that I'm giving to my Guru because Guru needs it. No. I'm not dependent on all of you for money. No. I am dependent on Krishna. Okay. So, but yes, all of you must give with this understanding that Lakshmi belongs to Narayan. And that's why Lakshmi should be used for service of Narayan, Krishna. Okay. So that is called Jnanena Drishta Tattvena, to see things as it is. Prakrite Purushasya cha. And in this way, we'll be able to understand Prakriti and Purusha. Prakriti means material nature and Purusha means the Supreme Lord. So we'll discuss more about it in the upcoming sessions. Those who are new to the channel can subscribe. All of you can like, comment, share. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.